Hey Helldivers, in this video we're diving into the latest news about some of the issues from the recent patch, complete with updated notes from the developers. We'll also cover what Arrowhead's CEO had to say about DLSS and new content. Plus, we'll look at a hover pack glitch, we'll talk about the Mage Order, and there's more I'll be going over. If you find this video helpful or informative at any point, please hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications by tapping the bell below. We're going to start off this video by diving into details about the recent patch and the bugs that have been popping up lately. As we all know, the latest Helldivers 2 patch brought some unexpected issues that we're going to talk about right now. The Arrowhead team has updated their list of known issues and shared some more news about these recent hiccups. If you check out the Helldivers 2 support page, you'll find a full list of known issues, which I'll show you here shortly. The first one on the list is right here, and it's all about the grenade launcher. Here's what they wrote. The GL-21 grenade launcher's range has been unintentionally reduced. So if you missed my video from 2 days ago where I showed a before and after preview of the grenade launcher, I'll drop a link below in the sources so you can check it out. We covered that recently, and it's a change they didn't intend to make. The issue is that the grenade drops lower than usual and doesn't travel as far as it used to. I'm sure you all know exactly what I'm talking about. Anyway, the next bug they've confirmed and are fully aware of is shown here, and they said, anti-aliasing leads to visuals looking blurry. To be honest, I couldn't really spot the differences myself, so I'm not sure if it's an issue specific to consoles. That said, I'm confident they'll sort it out soon, maybe even with the patch as early as tomorrow, to address this bug, right? Along with armor issues I mentioned a few days ago. If you're not aware, some of the armors aren't looking too great right now. For example, I'll show two here. The Hellbent armor no longer has text on the chest plate, and another armor, which you'll see here, now has yellow accents and a golden knife. Anyway, moving on, the next known issue is right here, and here's what they had to say. The account ID field in the options menu is blank. In the meantime, please make sure to include your in-game name or Steam ID in any support tickets. You'll notice when I pause the game and I head into the options menu, I'll press T key on the keyboard. The problem is right here, we can no longer see the account ID to report bugs or other issues. Also, I've noticed on PC after the latest patch that my camera keeps drifting around even when the menu paused. By the way, if you're wondering why I'm a low rank here, it's because I played this game on both PC and console. On console, I'm a level 135, but on PC, I'm still low level. With that being said, it looks like there's a drift bug as well, and I'd love to hear if you've noticed it recently too. Lastly, on the bug front, the developers have confirmed an animation issue with the Eruptor, which I'm sure they'll fix soon. You can see it here, and it says, Eruptor lacks animation for loading the second to last bullet in the chamber. This one isn't a big deal for me personally, and I don't think it's a huge issue for you all either. Anyway, that covers most of the issues that they're aware of, aside from the armor bugs and everything else I mentioned. If you're wondering, they're fully aware of those too. So yeah, definitely check out the previous video after you're done with this one. Hopefully this clarifies things for some of you and reassures you that the developers are aware of the bugs and intend to fix them as soon as possible. Next in the video, we'll cover a post from Arrowhead's CEO on the official Helldivers 2 Discord, where he explains that they've been focusing on content and features rather than DLSS. You can see the evidence here where he stated, I didn't mean to invalidate the criticism. We should and will improve performance. DLSS is on the wish list, but we often find ourselves prioritizing new features instead. Hope we don't have to choose in the future. This response came after a Helldiver expressed frustration over worsening game performance, questioning why the developers updated the automaton AI only for it to negatively impact performance. Shams, the CEO, confirmed that addressing this issue is on their wish list, specifically DLSS, and it will likely be tackled in a future update. However, given the current circumstances, the team is focused on delivering new content instead. While this makes sense, it's understandable that players are frustrated as performance issues are preventing some from actually enjoying the game, right? Speaking of the wish list, cross-save progression is another feature in the works, something I'm personally excited about. However, they haven't stated anything specifically about it besides that it's on the wish list. I own the game on both PC and console, but while I've unlocked everything on console, my PC progress is practically non-existent. Alongside cross-save progression, they're also planning to add DLSS in the future. For now though, the focus remains on content and features before shifting to quality of life improvements like DLSS, cross-save, and other improvements. On a related note regarding performance, Arrowhead's CEO confirmed that the team has been discussing the issue. He fully acknowledges that performance isn't optimal right now, mentioning that it came up multiple times during their weekly review 2 days ago. They're actively working on it, so we can likely expect performance improvements down the line that aren't tied to DLSS, which I think is encouraging. It shows they're still prioritizing the issue and not brushing it aside. So if you have thoughts on this or have been experiencing rough performance on PC or console, feel free to share it in the comments below. Lastly, I'd like to revisit a discussion from last month about a question the CEO answered regarding QA testing. You might be wondering why I'm bringing up an older conversation like this. Well, it's in response to a question several of you Helldivers out there have been asking me, and I thought it'd be useful to address it in this video so you can get a better understanding how QA testing works for the Helldivers 2 team. In his response, he replied to a player explaining that they use different types of testing. There's large-scale QA, which is designed to catch issues like ergonomics and ADS-related problems, and then there's separate testing focused on servers, new features, and designs. These are the two distinct testing phases they employ. I've also been asked why the QA team didn't catch the recent armor bug issues before the patch was released. Honestly, I don't have an answer for that. You'd think they'd spot an armor-related problem or bug, but they might have been busier than usual, allowing those bugs to slip into the patch. That said, we already know they're working to resolve these armor issues soon, and along with most of the other bugs. Hopefully this provides some valuable insight for those of you who've been asking me about QA testing and how it works. We're now going to talk about the Galactic War Map and the latest Major Order. First off, it's starting to look like we're failing this Major Order. If you check the Helldivers 2 Companion app, you'll see we're falling behind on terminate kills. This clip I'm showing you was recorded yesterday, and today's progress doesn't look any better, to be honest. At this rate, it seems we're on track to fail the Major Order. We've only got 7 to 6 hours left, which means Ibis will likely blow up next, unfortunately. If we can't figure out a way to stop it, the destruction could spread further and further until it reaches Super Earth. I have a feeling the Chaos Divers out there are rooting for this outcome, while us Goose Divers are just hoping nothing catastrophic happens. Also, the funny thing about this whole situation, at least to me, is how hard High Command, or rather the developers, have been trying to steer us in the right direction by highlighting the Gambit strategy. There have been 2 instances where they posted messages in the dispatch, one telling us to take over Beckvim to stop the attacks, and another one recent urging us to liberate Julheim to prevent further assaults on the planets. But it seems we didn't listen, or at least some of us didn't bother to, and it's wild to see that we've failed the Gambit twice now. They've been trying to guide us, but it just hasn't worked out. Now, I'm wondering if it'd be better if they added a pop-up like the Major Order briefing with an image at the top showing the planet we need to liberate, like right here for example. This is something I created just recently. Maybe that would be more effective, and possibly it would work, right? You can let me know what you think about this idea, or whether it might work or not. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Perhaps you have a better idea about explaining Gambit, and if so, comment below. Next up, I'm going to show you another interesting glitch with the draw emote. This right here comes from good old Ninja Strike. Shout out to you. You basically told us in the comments that if you use the jetpack and then you draw, this will actually pause you midair so you can shoot for a little bit and then you can continue onwards and do whatever you want. This right here is an interesting tactic. It's almost similar to actually having a hovering pack if you think about it. Anyways, let me show you how it works. We're going to use the draw emote from the store, which is no longer available, so you're going to have to wait for it to drop again. And once it does, buy the emote and then equip the good old jump pack. Once you have those two, go ahead and jump up in the air with the jump pack, then emote. This will pause you for a brief moment midair. You can stay there for a little bit, and then you could calm down. This is pretty much a ghetto version of the hover pack if you think about it, because again, you're able to stay midair and kind of chill out for a little bit before dropping down. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed that little glitch there, and if so, if you enjoy anything about today's video, make sure to tap the like button. What we're going to do now is check out the top 3 comments. If you guys would like to be featured in the video, all you have to do is comment down below, and that's it. The first top comment comes from TrevBoy98. I'm seeing the floating torso glitch pretty consistently. And you know what's funny about that? When I commented about that in the previous video, I talked about how I haven't seen it yet. But then the same day I ended up seeing it, so that was interesting. But yeah, it's definitely an issue. Next up, the second comment comes from SCT Ninja Strike. Also, fun fact, if you have the jetpack and you do the draw emote in midair, you stay in the midair and you can shoot at the enemy, so it's basically an infinite hover pack. Yup, indeed it is, my friend, and you know what? I had a blast actually trying it out mid-game. I should have done it when we were playing, but anyways, thank you for posting that down below in the comments. I appreciate it a lot. Last but not least, we have Soggy Toast 4894. Akimbo revolvers would be amazing to fit the cowboy vibe. Yes, it would be. It would be actually really cool, and hopefully that's something we'll see in the future. By the way, weird name. Soggy Toast, come on, man. Come on, Soggy Toast. Oh god, that just sounds just awful. I can picture it already. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you have, tap the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I appreciate everyone who is subscribed and comments. Whether you're subscribed or not, I appreciate you stopping by and hope you guys come back another time to check out the videos. With that said, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.